Mm-hmm.
I bet, yo. Nah, it sounds crazy.
And I think that we might be live. We are indeed. We are indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome, nigglets and niggettes. We are here. It is the Henny Cool Brothers podcast coming at you right now with my man JD Legend. Talk to him, player.
What's up, y'all? It's the Don, it's the Godfather, it's the future Hall of Famer. Back again with my brother. Introduce yourself, my friend.
As this prototype Vergo, the other half of the Henny Cool Brothers. You know, we out here. I hope y'all enjoy the view. You know, this is welcome to Caesar's Lounge, folks. And it's a beautiful thing. We got a lot of things coming for y'all soon. A lot of big things coming in the future for this segment. I'm very excited to be doing it with my brother JD. It's going to be lit. We're going to have lots and lots of special guests in the future. But for today, we're going to talk about today. But I want to let y'all know, I want y'all to let us know, how does the audio sound right now? Jay, your mic is super echoey and sounds far away. Oh, no.
Are we good?
Is it the jazz music?
It shouldn't be.
Turn the jazz music off. Can you hear Jay now?
Yeah.
Tell me, can you hear Jay?
Oh, it's low. Okay, it should be good now. Y'all should be able to hear me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Can y'all hear Jay now? Fix Mike Jay. Damn.
Yeah, it's like, James. It's like, what the fuck, nigga? Come on.
He
Ah,
said,
there,
good.
we're good. Okay, bet.
All right. Adding the jazz music once again. Here we go. Can y'all hear the jazz music? Fuck Jay.
Yeah, it's all about that music. You know, you
All
and
about the
Caesar's
jazz.
Lounge.
Y'all hear the melodies?
We need you to sit back and relax. Enjoy yourself. Grab a drink.
Jay, we're trying to make them feel good, not seduce them. We're not trying to seduce them, Jay. For those of y'all that got wet, I apologize.
It's my voice, you know. I can't really help myself. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
once,
tell me, keep letting us know about the audio. Once we have the great audio and it's flowing well, then, you know, we're going to continue on with these segments. We have a lot today. We've got quite a few segments. Y'all really going to enjoy this. It's a lot different from how we usually do it here.
a lot different, but we got a lot of good stuff coming on right now.
Yeah, folks watching. We're going to interact with y'all, too. We're not going to just sit and talk to y'all the whole time. Trust me. It's going to be a good one. Last audio check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. JD, talk to him.
Apologies.
You good? Is JD good? As long as JD good, I'm ready to roll.
All right, let's get it started. Let's get it popping.
All right. So let's talk. Hey, also, if you want to add, is this Christmas Quiet Storm R&B radio station?
That's the vibe we're trying to give you. We in a lounge,
man. We're all about good vibes.
We ain't no club.
JD, let's have a dialogue here.
Let's have a dialogue. All right.
Let's talk about Odin Kazuki.
The Grandmaster?
The Grandmaster Odin Kazuki. People think that Odin is like Admiral level. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I want to go in that direction, but you never know. You never know with this stuff, right? Portrayal carries so much weight until you actually see the story and you're just like, eh. So I'm always scared to put people on like Admiral level, but the portrayal is there for sure.
So, as far as portrayal, because he's been introduced about this legendary sword, Enma, which everybody thinks that's going to be handed to Zoro. I digress on that part. But with this new revelation about Odin, how he's the only one to seemingly give Kaido his only scar.
Right.
I have my gripes about it. I think he's not Yonko level, so to speak, but I believe he's like in that next tier, like after First Commander, like call him like right hand level, so to speak. You know what I mean? They seem to call him like he's at the tier like in between Admiral and First Commander, kind of like where I believe Sabo is.
Right. Actually, that's a very good comparison. Him and Sabo make sense to me. and that's like, it's just like there's an entity. It's like there's a level outside of. There's a gap between a right hand, and then I would say like maybe an admiral. There's like just a little bit of a gap, and like in that gap, you got people like Sabo in there, and I feel like you got people like Shiryu of the Rain. You know what I mean? I would put Odin in that category.
I would definitely say so, and it really speaks to the volume of Roger's crew, because Roger just had these absolute monsters. You got Odin, you got Rayleigh, Scopper Gabon, Shanks, Bullet if he's canon.
Yeah, I think he's canon if I'm not mistaken.
It's just unreal.
Wow, I am echoing.
You are?
Yeah. But we good. We'll fix it. We're good.
But yeah, it's just wild to think about all these monsters that were a part of the Roger Pirates. And people are starting to take away credence from Roger himself. Saying Roger was Pirate King because he had all these monsters under him. The monsters probably followed an even bigger monster. Come on. These guys are going to follow someone that's weaker than them, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know. But with Odin Kazuki, people like say, like, if they had all these like semi-commander level people with the scabbards, and then Odin was stronger than that, then how in the hell were they overtaken? Well, then you have Kaido's commanders, you have those that follow Orochi, and you have Kaido himself, who is leaps and bounds stronger than every single entity.
Yes. So I would say if we want to use an example, like specific examples, right? So we got Jack and Ashura Doji, right? Ashura Doji damaged Jack pretty quickly, and like he like actually cut skin when Nekomamushi and Inawarashi
could not pierce him.
Yeah, but granted, Jack was in his mammoth form. I understand that. Still, it's just like the fact that it was so casual. Like there was no fear. Like, no, I got you. It was just like the confidence. It just goes to show the level that Ashura Doji is at. So then imagine he's gotten older, and him and Odin were in their prime back then, right? Odin beat this dude.
Yep.
So like, and he was only 20. So like, obviously he grew better as time went on, and that's when he went to Whitebeard and Roger's ship, and we don't think he got stronger on that ship as well. So if we take Jack as the benchmark, move him above Jack, the second commander level, put him on Roger's ship, put him at the first commander level or the right hand level, and then he fights Kaido. What do you think? That like I think that seems like
Ashura Doji, who also went against.
You said what?
And they said that the music might be fucking with you, so I'm gonna turn it off.
Oh, okay.
So it's all right. With Ashura Doji, he also had a run-in with Kaido, correct?
Ashura Doji had a run-in. Yes, apparently, but we don't know what happened. We just know he got away, and that's about it.
I don't know. I was thinking about that. For Ashura Doji to be in his prime, I think he was strong, yes, but I don't know. His statement to Kennymon makes me think a little bit different. With him saying that we've had 20 years to get stronger, so I'm not so sure he would have been in his prime.
That's a fair thing to say, but then who would he train against to get him to the level he needs to be? Like, I'm assuming he's just going around washing fodder at that point, because who else?
I mean, I don't know. He probably had run-ins with headliners. I feel like he's no stranger to calamities, seemingly. So him and Jack have met before.
That's true. Okay, that's true. Okay,
he's a
fair
formidable guy. And I'm not saying any of this to discredit Odin whatsoever, because I think Odin is great. My thing is, the thing is saying like now Odin is Yonko level, and Roger has all these Yonko level pirates on his crew. And I don't know, I think it's just far-fetched, which is another segment we'll get to later about wild accusations on strength. Yeah,
we don't want to get there yet, man.
Yeah, we won't go there just yet, but I'm itching toward it, and these are kind of intertwined.
Just a shout out, sneak peek. I'm calling out a lot of stands. I'm not gonna say what type of stands, but I will be calling them out.
There's some of you who have 3 swords up their ass. Anyway.
No. Yep. I say that.
That being said.
That being said, so I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
If Odin scarred Kaido, right?
Yep.
Why was it only once? And that's one thing I want to know. If it was Odin fighting more than, was he fighting more than just Kaido?
What I'm thinking is the chances are high he's probably fighting Fodder along with Kaido because it was a takeover. It's not like, hey, you get your ones, you take your shirt off, I'll take my shirt off, we got our ones. It's I'm taking your land, I'm doing it by any means. So I'm sure there were tons of fodder around, possibly even other headliners, most likely. Um, but with that, Kaido is so overwhelmingly strong that like basically a shonen trope, how you get
Yeah.
stronger in your death and your last final attack is typically your most powerful.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay.
I'm thinking that's probably what happened for Ono. Like, this is my last hurrah. If it gets Kaido, it gets Kaido. Didn't get Kaido, but scarred
Hmm.
him. He basically gave his version of 3,000 worlds to Kaido to finish it off, and it wasn't enough, in my opinion. That in my head, Bazooka.
That makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense, and that's probably what happened. I just wonder, right? It's just like, okay, is it the sword or is it actually Odin's strength? And that's where I want to.
Well,
We're not obviously not gonna have the answers now, but
so
if you were to make a guess,
yes.
would you say it's more about Odin's hockey or is more about the sword and maybe there's something specifically special with
So
the sword?
I'm of the belief that it varies in tandem. So and the reason why it varies is because you've heard about how these people grew up in the village and they've gotten birth swords.
Right,
So I believe that Odin's sword grew with him, kind of like Wado Ichimonji is growing with Zoro along his journey.
right,
Um, in this, when he was handed Shisui, Shisui held more weight to it because Shisui grew with Ryuma and not Zoro. So at that point he was given an extra added power boost because that was power that did not work for himself.
right.
With Odin Kazuki, I believe that his sword Anma became a legendary sword because Odin himself was that legendary swordsman.
So it would be like Ryuma giving Zoro Shisui in that
Yes,
sense.
in that sense, this is why I believe Zoro would get stronger from getting Enma because it wasn't a power that he worked his body towards and had all those battles to get. It was power that was given upon him.
That sounds like a cheap power up a little bit, just a
Somewhat,
little bit.
some could say, but that's kind of the way it works, I believe, because every sword has a spirit, and that sword is going to be carrying the spirit of Odin Kazuki. It's not going to be Zoro's spirit. Zoro's going to inherit that spirit eventually and be able to wield it correctly, which I believe that why Zoro needed time skip to wield Shisui correctly.
Hmm. Would you compare it to? Would you compare that type of power up to Sanji getting the raid suit?
Um, yes and no. No, because that raid suit's been made for Sanji since he was born, so that basically
Mm-hmm.
was his birth sword.
Okay.
In other words, that lineage factor in the suit was made for Sanji from the get go, from day one. So it's a little bit different. Yes, it's a kind of a random power up, but at the same time, it was his birthright. Enma and Shisui were not Zoro's birthright.
Nope.
So that,
But
that
what if
that's the
Oda?
biggest difference for me.
What if Oda ties it in? Right. What if
I
the
wouldn't agree with
guy?
that.
What you say?
I really don't want Zoro to be a royal descent. I don't
Mm,
like that. I feel like it's really cliche. I feel like it's very too following shonen tropes, like Naruto. I'm the god of the verse from the beginning.
yeah. I mean, I hope that's right. Actually, because when that happened with Naruto, that was kind of lame. I'm not
Oh
gonna lie.
hey, you are these two deities from 100 years ago. Like, come the hell on.
But it would be different if it's just like the Shimotsuki guy. No. So it's not about Zoro having connections to Enma. It's a Shimotsuki guy. Maybe he was the one who gifted Odin because we don't know if Enma is Odin's birth sword.
We don't.
So
Like I said, that was headcanon.
if Shimotsuki, that guy, the daimyo of what's it called, of Ringo,
Of Ringo.
if that used to be his sword, and then when he met up with, this is headcanon. We're going to headcanon territory, but just follow me here.
Had bazookas, baby.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. When we say he gave Odin that sword as a gift out of respect to him, you know how Tony Yasu was saying in the past that Odin was going to be the future shogun. What if all the other daimyos thought the same thing about Odin, and that's what caused him to be targeted by Kaido and Orochi and everything like that? And Shimosuke gifted that sword to Odin, and then Odin used that sword for his own heroic moment. That happened, and then it's finding its way back to Zoro, and Zoro has connections with the Shimotsuki guy. That would be
That'd be
something
very
that
interesting.
Oda. It's a huge stretch, but I feel like Oda could 100% take us in that loop and do
Yeah,
something
I
like
mean,
that.
so here's my thing about theories. Unless they're just completely asinine, I give them all chances because I'm never gonna forget when my very good friend, another YouTuber, you guys should go subscribe to him, Sombra Haipu, told me back when the ship was destroyed, quotation marks, that it was going that Watatsumi would eat the ship, and I said that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Watatsumi ate the fucking ship. So
Yo,
I was just like, okay, I'm never gonna discredit something ever again.
I mean that's not so far fetched though, because we knew he'd be there.
I mean, like, it was just wild to me. I don't know.
I know. When you say it, it sounds ridiculous. So no,
You're
I
gonna
get
eat
you.
the ship and they're gonna survive. Like what? And then it happens, and I'm just like, just humble yourself, please, Virgo. Humble yourself.
Please stay woke, bro. Get woke.
Exactly, my negus.
So
Go ahead.
it seems like when it comes to Odin, it's an exciting topic, but it's all headcanon. Everything about Odin
It
is
is
pure
everything we just said
headcanon
for
right
like
now.
the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, everything we said is just
But
pure
that's
headcanon.
why it's so. That's why I love doing what I do. That's why I love being in YouTube. That's why I love being able to speculate and have my mind go to these different places that I wouldn't normally, getting different perspectives from different people. And speculation is fun. Speculation is fun because there's so many. In One Piece is great for it because there's so many crazy things that have happened in these 900 plus chapters where we can go to so many different avenues that it wouldn't be so far fetched for Anma to give you this power to be the commander and things like that. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you, and I think a lot of people they try to push back on the speculations and the theories and the headcanon and the power scaling just because it's just like, well, guys, Oda's just gonna write whatever he writes, and we just gonna have
And
to
we gotta
take
have
it.
to deal with it.
But I think what they
Like
don't
Big Mom's
understand is,
amnesia.
I think what they don't understand is that Oda's writing is so complex that
Yeah.
we have to like look beyond what he's given us because he uses so many foreshadowing elements to the point where we're always on a rabbit chase or not a rabbit hunt
And
the
so
entire time trying to
and,
figure out the clues
and,
that Oda's putting out there, you
and
know?
I like to hate on how do I put this? Oda apologists. I like to hate on them, but at the same
Right.
time, I give them praise because they're very optimistic and they understand how you can bang on him and bang on him and bang on him, but Oda has given us such amazing shit that he could pull that on us out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, we could get a Raizo is safe, you know. Out of nowhere, we can get a nothing at all. It's just things like that just make me keep hope. It reminds me of when the time traveling was introduced and people were pissed off. I'm like, just give it some
Just
time.
give it a time,
If
yeah.
anyone can pull this off, Oda-san can, you know.
And he did, and he hasn't
did.
touched it since. It's done now. It's completely done, and we should be happy that it's done.
And it didn't ruin anything. Straw Hats didn't go back into the past on some future trunk shit and change anything.
Yeah, because that would have got messy, and honestly, it would have ruined One Piece for me. It really would have.
Me too.
Thank God with that.
Yeah, I'm glad Lady Toki's like not here.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but I think Odin, I would have to say in between the space between Admiral and First Commander, if I had to go my headcanon, what do you think, JD?
I'm gonna settle on the safe bet. I think I've convinced myself now. I'll settle on Admiral level.
Okay.
I think I will settle on that only because he was on Roger's crew too, and there was no scrubs on Roger's crew from what I'm seeing, except for Buggy. But we're not gonna get into that. But
And even so, man's still a warlord.
exactly. And then he got onto Whitebeard's crew as well. So you know what I mean? Like he had that respect of two of the strongest pirates ever. I'd safely like to assume he was Admiral level. And that's where I'm standing. That's where I'm standing on.
Very true. All right, I can go with that. Yeah. Let us know in the chat what level you guys think Odin is. I'm gonna take a brief intermission for 30 seconds as I grab another beer. You guys all feel free to do the same thing. And we will be right back. Tell me whether or not Odin is admiral level and but bub. And can I get a soundboard real quick with a
Yeah, we got it.
and we'll be right back. I won't be long. I won't be long.
That's what I want.
Yeah. JD.
You?
Man, oh man. I am really pumped for this segment, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for where we can go with this, man. I think this is gonna be a really great little thing we have going here.
I think it's gonna be a great idea, to be honest with you. I think I need to, as we go on, I could definitely find a way to use more of the soundboard stuff. We're not still streaming, by the way, are we?
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh snap, they can hear us. All right, anyway.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I got more of the soundboard stuff, so that's gonna be dope.
Sounds literally.
I'm excited for this What the F segment, though. I'm really excited about this segment because I'm ready. I'm ready to start cooking.
All right. So we are back after that first intermission. No, this is not the ghetto referee, but we are having intermissions. This is for our second segment, and I like to call this segment "What the Fuck," because I call it "What the Fuck" because some of the things that you guys say literally just make me go "What the fuck," and the reason why this is the part of the "What the Fuck" segment today because it all stemmed from basically our first segment of Odin's sword Enma. And we like to call this the Zoro catastrophe. Because all of a sudden, now that Enma's been introduced, people think that Zoro is first commander level, and have even gone as far as to say that Zoro will 1v1 Kaido and kill him.
See how uncomfortable that was?
Y'all niggas crazy.
Never.
What the
Beating
fuck?
Kaido.
What the actual fuck? Have y'all lost your minds?
This man got scarred by nails from Hawkins, and we talking about he's beating Kaido.
My man's went mid-diff with a straw doll, and he's first commander level? Have you
He
guys...
lost to the Yeti Cool Brothers. Post-time skip.
Yes.
But he's beat... Okay.
Pre-Hennessy. The Yeti
Pre-Hennessy, bro.
Pre-Hennessy.
That's a power-up.
You guys are saying because of one sword that all of a sudden he's going to go from what I believe at the best third commander level to fighting a Yonko when his captain has gotten beat to sleep all over the new world by commanders. Absolutely absurd.
Ridiculous. He's going to get one-shotted. I'll call it right now. Zoro will get one-shotted by Kaido. And somehow he's going to find a way to wake up and then he'll do something. But he's going to get his one shot in first. Just wait.
Like, bro, not only did Kaido beat Luffy to sleep, the Katakuri beat Luffy to sleep for 11 hours.
Exactly.
And if y'all are going to sit here and tell me that Zoro is currently has shown y'all enough to take on Katakuri, this might not be the stream for you.
Katakuri would watch Zoro.
I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that Zoro is dealing with Katakuri with relative ease, this is most definitely not the stream for you.
Mm-mm.
And I love you guys. I really do. But I will not tolerate that.
And even that last blow nonsense. Like, no. Oda does not write the story that way. I don't know where this
be too mad about that.
You said what?
I'm not even too mad about that.
Oh,
if he gets the quotation marks Kaido scarring sword, I guess maybe. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying 1v1, JD.
Oh, they're saying 1v1?
They're saying like 1v1 bet on Zoro.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, dog.
It's so upsetting because I like Zoro a lot. And when I see the fandom act like this, I'm just like, as a Zoro fan, I think to myself, it's like,
Y'all should be
You
ashamed.
guys
We're right.
can't be serious.
Should be ashamed.
And then last stream, Toddy had the nerve to tell me that when the New World began, when they all got to the New World, that Zoro was already stronger than Luffy. That's
bullshit.
That's just how bad it has gotten.
Bro,
and I
he
really
wasn't even
think you got to
trolling.
be like smoking Den Den Mushis to think that that's ever gonna be a thing.
But it bothers me because it's just like, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence of this happening? Zoro's fought. The hardest person Zoro's fought is Pika.
Yeah,
it's Pika.
I would say Kamazo.
Kamizo. But he lost. It was a tie. He didn't win that.
Oof.
He
I want to
fainted.
keep
That's not a
subscribers now.
W.
I want to keep my subscribers now.
Oh,
maybe I should get a soundboard, a little Metal Gear Solid.
Listen. I'll die on my hill, bro. I will die on my hill. See, look, I think there's people in the audience that agree with me. Isn't that right, audience? You see that?
Nigga.
You see how they agree with me? It's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I might have to take that soundboard away from you hitting Tyler.
Yo, bro, nah, I got credible people on my side, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
But no, man. Actually, the moment you said that, all I heard was, wow.
Nah, but maybe not an L, but for sure it was more of it was like a tie because they both fainted from each other's wounds. I just don't think it's a W, in my opinion.
I feel that.
So it's just if you can't be if you're saying that Killer, if Oda's portraying Killer to be at least near Zoro's level, that means we're talking about Killer also getting the final hit on Kaido if possible, if he was there.
If he had Enma, apparently.
Yeah, because he has motive. Killer has motive, so why wouldn't he want to get the last blow?
Fa head ass.
Fa la 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 la.
Fa la 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 la. Ugly ass. Some balls of holly. Ugly ass.
Oh, you hate to see it. Nah, his Killer story was tragic, man. When we found out about him, I was like, oh, I can't. I didn't even like him.
What kid was like, what did you do to my sex partner?
Look what
moving right along.
Yeah.
But no, the Zoro fans, like, and okay, maybe not Zoro fans. Maybe let's say this. Zoro tards truly have 3 swords in every part of their body.
Every part, and they try to find another.
Every orifice.
Keep them comfortable.
It's disgusting.
At night when they're going to sleep.
Yeah, like you wait, like they go to bed, they brush their teeth, they take a shower, and then they put 3 swords in their ass, and then they go to bed. Because it's just absurd. I heard, and it said that like, yo, so y'all think Zoro's gonna fight First Commander without struggling with anybody else, right? Cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They think that not only that, if he beats the First Commander, that means he was stronger than Luffy all along. Asinine. Because,
I think.
Go ahead.
I think what it is that it seems that Oda likes to pit Zoro and Sanji together, and then what he does afterwards is he makes all of Zoro's actions and feats look cool because when we look at Zoro, he's like, oh, this is the archetype badass character. He got 3 swords. He's extra manly. You know what I mean? He's not very that smart, but he's really strong. And then you got sensitive, emotional.
He's actually weirdly smart.
Huh?
He's actually weirdly smart.
He's weirdly smart in his own way, but in like a jockish way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like he's not a thinker. He's like an instinctual genius. You know what I mean? So it's just like.
You know what? So, you mind if I go on a tangent for a little bit?
Go ahead, bro.
I want to talk about Zoro. Actually, has a lot of intelligence because I was rewatching Alabasta, and I remember when they didn't want to get in trouble with like Mr. Two with Bon Clay's transformations, and he actually came up with that idea for them to all write X's on their arms, which is pretty smart.
Well,
and even Sanji commented on it. He goes like, "That's unusually smart of you."
Look, that's fair. It's just a symbol, though. You know, like if anyone, you know, like you don't think Patrick Star could have thought of that in SpongeBob or something, bro?
No. Come on. You're disrespectful now.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. My bad. I'm wilding. I apologize.
I'm over here like.
No, I'm the one with the soundboard here, dog. Not you. That's my job. I worked hard to download this app for 3 minutes, and you just ruining my career in front of all my friends. All of them. I know some of these subs, man. How you gonna do this to me, dog?
I know, I'm sorry.
Your own niggas. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh god.
But I'll give it to you. I would say one thing I found interesting is when Zoro's emotional and social intelligence with the whole situation with Usopp and how Luffy was like, Zoro was like, yo, Luffy, you cannot let Usopp disrespect you in front of everybody here because you're supposed to be our captain.
That was real shit.
And he was like, literally like, yo, Luffy, I swear if you don't take this seriously, we're gonna die, especially when he went to the New World too. So he had to
he checked him in Punk Hazard.
Checked him. And you gotta have some type of awareness to be able to check your captain. You know what I mean? Like Luffy's not the smartest, but like Zoro let us all know, he's like, yo, man, you gotta box with Usopp because he's going too far, and you're a captain. You gotta put hands on him.
But like but I want to say like Zoro is a meathead, but like he's not as much of a meathead as Luffy. You know what I mean? Because like Luffy will be like, I don't care, I'm gonna kick his ass, and then you'll have Zoro like come out of nowhere on Monet and give like a haiku like, oh, have you ever seen a wild beast that wouldn't bite? Like I don't know, it's just like it's a different kind of meatheadedness.
Yeah, no, it is. But then when it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to like I guess it's in pressure situations, you know?
Yeah.
He's good under pressure, but when it comes to when there's no pressure, bro, he's kind of stupid, bro. He's just a little bit. Nami him.
He's not even stupid. He's like directionally challenged. That's like really it.
Okay.
He's just directionally challenged. That's like his only fault.
I'll give you that. If you were to say who's the smartest on the crew, though, who would you say?
It's between Nami, Robin, Usopp, Frank. Might be a tie. Nami, Robin, Usopp, Frankie are all equally as smart.
I think.
No, that's not true. I gotta give it to Nami or Usopp.
Honestly, probably. Actually, no, that's a good point. Nami or Usopp. Oh my god, I'd want to say Usopp to be real with you because he seems like the most. He has like the most. He's like an engineer, you know. Usopp is like an engineer,
because he was a shipwright. He made weapons. He's a sniper.
You know what I mean?
But Nami's the navigator. She game plans. She does a lot. Yeah,
no, she's very instinctual and very perceptive.
Like think about this: if you ran up on the crew and you just see her mapping out game plans, you would think that Nami was the vice captain.
Yes. She's very good at reading situations, and her perception skills is excellent. And in terms of just like straight up
great negotiator. One she's a gold digger, but still.
Facts. But she know what she's doing. She's smart around. She's smart with that too.
That's a fact.
She be a good lawyer, real rap.
Phobia Potent said Frankie and Robin. I mean, Robin she's smart, but like she don't really do much outside of being an archaeologist.
I think we mistake Robin smart. Oh, well, she grew up in O'Hara. Nah, she grew up in O'Hara. They were really smart in O'Hara. Like they were like geniuses in O'Hara.
But those geniuses, all they did was use their genius to read punic lists. So I mean, what else did they do?
They studied the world, you know. They had like a giant central library with like, you know. Were they just focused on poneglyphs and the ancient period? Was that it, or were they?
That's literally it in the Joy Boy in the ancient world.
Interesting. Okay, Hanad says Brook should be the smartest. I think Brook is just the oldest, so he knows the most.
Yeah, that's being wise.
Yeah. Intelligence. Yeah. That makes more sense.
We got a little off topic though. With the Vergo the Zoro catastrophe, guys, we have to stop going overboard with Zoro. You're making actual Zoro fans hate Zoro the way you're acting because you guys think he's a god. Y'all basically want him to be Pirate King.
It's like we don't even want Luffy to be the main character anymore at this point.
They don't.
I'm just like, if it was just about 3 swords, give Luffy 3 swords, and I'm sure you guys will be fine. That's what you guys are talking about, right?
I hear every day, if Zoro was in Whole Cake Island, that shit would have ended in a day.
Oh my God, bro.
Y'all
Oven would
serious?
have worked, Zoro, man.
If anything, Zoro would have got them captured faster because he would have deviated from the plan and tried to fight someone.
I think Zoro and Smoothie would be a good fight. I'd like to see that,
It'd be
actually.
interesting.
What do you think?
It'd be interesting, but like I said, he needs to prove that he can fight commanders.
That's true. He does need
Because
to do that.
I've seen Zoro air slashes, and they're not even to the magnitude of the size of Smoothies.
That's true. But she's using water. She's like using water as well.
That's
She's also
true.
giant.
So, so what? She got it, flaunt it.
I mean, that's fair. But with the with the slash we saw in Wano, though, in the anime, that was pretty hefty.
That was fire, and with another butter knife.
Yeah, that was pretty hefty.
That was crazy. And obviously, they're showcasing his strength more and more, especially against the Straw Doll, which was gorgeous. Kudos to Toei Animation.
Nah, Toei been hooping. They've been hooping Wano. I'm very proud of them right now. I'm not gonna lie, they're making me cry a little bit.
We can move on to the next segment, but before I do that, I want to answer Henry Katzenberg's question. He said Vergo will have an OV. 1, his name is now Karma. 2, I haven't talked to OV in over 7 months. So sorry.
Tragedies.
Yeah. So, do you have a meme of the day for me, JD?
Oh, sir, I actually do have a meme of the day for you.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Time for our third segment. I'm still in the same beer, so there's no need for an intermission.
Meme of the day.
The meme of the day.
Now, I will be posting the meme in the chat for all of the watchers.
You will be able to see JD's meme of the day. I hope you guys all view. It should be very good. I, even myself, have not seen this yet. Or have I?
Oh, you have.
Is this a Twitter thing?
Yeah. It's a Twitter
thing. Then I have seen this. I lied. But,
So this meme is from a guy named Yusuke Urameshi on Twitter. Follow him. He is good with a lot of anime memes, and he's just an anime tweeter. Posted a Twitter link in the chat. It is a meme of Attack on Titan Titans doing gang signs. I just thought it was a little funny, shouting out 40 Crip, you know what I'm saying? Dead shifters, cuz.
I'm the dead shifters, cuz. I ain't paying cuz on the dead shifters, bro.
Can you imagine, like an actual Titan fight where they actually throwing up gang signs?
On Aaron and them, cuz.
And they don't even got like actual martial arts stances. They got like hood nigga fighting stances and shit. I'd love to see a Titan fight with just nothing but hood nigga tactics and martial arts.
Beat a nigga ass jujitsu, boy.
Yo, you got elite curb stomps. Technically, Aaron was using a couple of them when he was curb stomping Annie. You remember that, right?
Hey, Annie was getting it.
He was getting stomped down the corner. I said, "Oh, someone pulled out a 44."
Get your crystal neck ass out of here.
You hate to see it, dog. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. I'm sorry that we spoiled. I'm sorry that we spoiled. We spoiled chapter 45 of Attack on Compton.
Attack on Compton, yo. If they do that, bro, listen. I already got the script all here, dog. I got the script all here. So Attack on Compton, right? Instead of Titans, they're gonna be giant Crips, right? So you just gonna see nothing but giant blue Smurfs.
Hey, my nigga Levy was on O Block.
And then you got the little Bloods running around, and they didn't know what was happening, and they bust into their neighborhood and killed all their block
parties. Bro. And then the retarded Titans, or whatever you call them, was running like
they're crackheads. They're the crackheads, yeah.
Running bow-legged as hell. Oh my lord.
Talking about you got a cheeseburger, man. You got a cheeseburger. But Vergo, I think it's time for our Q&A.
Q&A. We have one more before that.
Oh, we have one more.
We have thoughts on one.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So would you?
I'm actually excited about this one.
Would you like me to present it?
Yeah, well, please, by all means, be my guest. Start it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten to Act 2, and hopefully we've gotten to the climax of Act 2, where Act 2 will be ending shortly. So what we wanted to do was have a review of the arc Wano so far. 1, 2, 2 acts. One act has a very controversial moment. Another act also has another very controversial moment.
Another act has a very I want to throw my phone at the wall moment, but continue.
Exactly. Now, I feel like that can. Some people have actually dropped the series because of this. Some people
And some of them are people that have been on these streams.
Yes. So I just want to get your opinion, Vergo. If you're combining Wano Act 1 and Act 2 together.
Oh, wow.
What is your overall opinion of Wano so far?
Let's keep it a buck. My enjoyment of Wano has been pretty good. Because week to week, minus the Yasu shit and the memory shit, I've been enjoying it. I gotta give it shit. I'm like fighting between a 7.5 and an 8. I'm gonna go 7.5, honestly, because it's been a roller coaster of emotions, and not because I'm emotionally invested, because there's this shit that really pisses me off, and it's shit that I really love. Like, you got moments like Raids with Sanji, and then I get Raids with Sanji and I'm pumped about it, and then Big Mom loses her fucking memory, and I'm just like, why am I still reading this? Like, it's so infuriating when I see things like that. I'm like, because I know how good Oda is, and to write himself into a hole like that is just so contradictory of the person that I follow.
Yes.
But, I mean, shit, I'd love to give a depiction of from act to act how I really enjoyed it, because from act 1, there's some good shit, man. We got Luffy getting beat to sleep early on. We've got
getting his ass whipped.
Zoro versus Hawkins. You've got Law versus Hawkins. It's a lot of good shit, man. And then you have was Act 1 Hiyori death quotation marks?
Yes, because Act 2, actually, you know what? Was it?
And Nami like hitting him with that Itachi thunderclap.
No, I think that was Act 2, because Luffy getting body bagged was the end of Act 1.
You're right. And you're right, because they dragged his ass away. And then K was like, yo, rule the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, would you weigh Act 1 over Act 2?
No.
Okay,
shit.
so
let me see. Amnesia happened in Act 2, right? Yeah.
Amnesia happened in Act 1.
And was resolved in Act 2.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
I know. It's two cancer. It's like too much cancer in one, and then more cancer in the other.
I'm thinking about it. Then you have the Law Hawkins situation where Law got hemmed up. You have the clash at the square in Act 2 after Yasui was executed. There's some amazing panels from that. Kiku being a man in Act 2. That was a
lot of L's for some people. A lot
controversial.
A lot of L's.
Thank God I never said that monkey shit like Kiku's so fine. Kiku's
Facts.
so 5. I'm
You
like,
were always safe. Always keep your guard.
Always, man.
To all the people that downloaded that Kiko hentai, you hate to see it.
First of all, to any of y'all that downloaded hentai, period, y'all need Jesus.
Y'all hate to see it. We'll be praying for you. Don't worry. We got a prayer line.
You hate to beat it to hentai.
We already got one out for Silvers, so there's more room in the prayer line, y'all.
Bro, I swear to God, though, the moment I read Kiko was a man.
Nani? But it got me. I was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying?
That's it, Bayo.
I said, if that's what if that's it, that's on you, bro. It's your choice. We respect you, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, you got it. It's on you. So, okay, so how about this? Here's a better phased question. What made you, which act made you angrier? Act 1 or Act 2?
Angrier?
Yes.
Angrier. That's a good question. It's gotta be Act 1. Act 1,
really?
hands down, Big Mom's amnesia was one of the angriest I've probably ever been in the One Piece community.
It was pretty disappointing.
I I was y'all saw a different side of Vergo during those couple of weeks
Yo, you know
because
what was worse? Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
was so thoroughly upset that because I didn't want to hate on Big Mom, right? I was like,
Mm,
okay, she's in Wano. It's her time for redemption. Time for her to show
mm,
why she's a Yonko. Time for
mm,
Oda to write her in a menacing light, right? Like, ooh, two Yonko here. We got some real big trouble for him, right?
mm.
And King knocks the shit off the fucking waterfall. And the bitch is like, who am I?
She's just like, I'm done.
And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I I remember vividly Taekwon was just like, well, it's gonna get better. It's a part of the story. And I'm like, nigga, what's your address?
I'm about to run up on you right
Like you,
now.
like dead ass, like nigga, I'm going to send you anthrax because there's no way you can say this is good writing, in any way, shape, form at all.
I just love One Piece though. That's it. He just loved One Piece, and I respect him for that.
I know, but yeah, it, it
He,
was
I,
it was so
he just loved it
infuriating.
in a different way. You know, it's just like you accept what you get.
But you know
For
what? I
me,
mean, yeah, the question right back at you, JD. What was infuriating for you, man? What made you angry?
um, oh my bad. I didn't let you finish. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm done. What made you angry?
I think for me, the amnesia was bad just because I was excited to see Big Mom, and I'm hoping that we really
Mm-hmm.
get to. It's like as Big Mom as a Yonko, I should have a certain level of reverence for her, you know. And it seems like Oda is just stripping that reverence away to the point where when I see her, I'm not thinking, "Oh man, look at this crazy powerful pirate." I'm thinking, "Oh, look at this clown of a pirate."
Look
You
at
know,
this clown. Put your fucking shoes on.
And it's just like Big Mom should not be getting disrespected like that. She was baby shaking giants at 5 with no hockey.
Told
Like
to, she had the potential to be the fleet admiral.
literally. So we gotta like put some respect on her name, and Oda is just throwing her away. He redeemed us. He redeemed it with the clash between her and Kaido when we got the
Did he
Shanks moment.
though?
I think it was enough. It set us back on the right
Okay,
direction
I
instead of
see.
going
Me
back.
and you need to have a dialogue.
Listen,
Um,
no. Think about it. When that clash happened, it's just like, okay, these are two Yonko clashing. It's just like Whitebeard and Shanks. There's clear reverence here. It's like, okay, we're moving in the right direction again. So instead of going backwards, now we've turned around and we've started to go forwards. It
but
doesn't
it
mean it's
seems
been
like
redeemed,
okay, I
but we're
get
on the
that.
right track.
But I feel like here is where, and this is when the amnesia hit, is building a false sense of self. Because with that, right before that, I don't know if you remember how she got her memories back in one of the shittiest ways possible. Break the old
Yeah, that Cody moment
bomber.
was. Yeah, no, you were mad that day, bro. You were hot
I was
that day, dog.
hot. You know, and that's why I said Act One. I might have to take that back because I might have been angry when she got him back.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was wondering because Act One was fire. Like, think about Act One. We got Kaido's dragon form, Luffy versus Kaido, the baby shake. We got Ashura, Doji, and Jack. You know what I mean? And then we got Luffy using Future Sight against the sumo wrestler. We got Swole Luffy. You know what I mean? So we kind of had like we had more. I feel like we've had some really strong and memorable moments.
Yeah, and maybe I hate Act One more because my nigga Hold'em got baby shaped.
Oh yeah, Hold'em got washed. That was a little disappointing. We were hoping the headliners were something, but it
No,
turns
I'm
out
the
that
only loser that actually had faith in Hold'em.
that's a shame. You hate to see it. You can clearly tell he was gonna get washed.
I'm such a dumbass. I don't even know why I like that character so much. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do know why. I'm a weird nigga. I like niggas like Virgo, whatever. But
I mean, Virgo's dope though.
he had them dumbest. But
Mm.
yeah, Hold'em clearly was like not a top tier. But I'm more mad about how he got taken out. Like a Red Hawk. Hody Jones survived a Red Hawk.
That's crazy because he did.
Like that's so ass. It took he got elephant Gatling. At least he went out raw.
Yeah, but he was juicing, bro. So that don't really count.
It don't matter, bro. He still went out like a G, whether he was a trash villain or not, which he was. Which, ooh,
I guess.
next podcast we got to talk about how Hody Jones was trash.
Oh yeah, nah. We gotta go back. We gotta dig deep into One Piece and start picking out
Hody
some topics.
Jones is one of the worst One Piece villains of all time.
Yo, we should do this segment. Worst One Piece villains. We can definitely do that.
Easy.
Easy money. I think we can definitely do that. Oh, DM, yo, stop.
I mean, whole DM was dope. I'm saying, hey, you know what, JD? I know it's our first stream. We can do it now if you want to.
I would love to, but your boy do got that fantasy draft
Fuck
coming up.
your draft. When it's coming?
Otherwise, I would have done it.
When's
Trust
it coming? An hour from now?
Oh, it's in 10 minutes. See,
Nigga,
remember,
all right.
remember, I'm in Eastern time. You in Central time.
I forgot you. Yeah. All right, let's get this going. So last, we're gonna do a Q&A.
Hey. Any questions? Any questions in the chat?
Hit me with that soundboard, JD.
Questions. Do I have a soundboard for this one? I think I do. Oh, there you go. Give me them questions.
Question.
Oh, I turned the volume down. There it is.
Nigga.
What it do, baby?
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 All right, so
Q&A.
Scroll up, 'cause I'm pretty sure we got some questions out here.
Give us some questions, please. We're here for you. I know y'all been waiting patiently. We didn't mean to ignore y'all, but we had some shit to get out for our chest.
So One Eye Zoro says niggas got a podcast now. Yes, we do.
You goddamn right. Hanan said, Monster
radio
Trio final fights in Wano. I'm gonna go Luffy and several others. Kaido, Zoro, possibly Kyoshiro, possibly King. I don't know. I don't like the idea of that, but whatever. It might happen. And Sanji with Queen, possibly another Flying Six fighter. And yes, One Eye Zoro, this is going to be a weekly thing. If my nigga Jay's with it, you with it, Jay?
Yes, I'm with it. That was the plan.
Yeah, it is the plan.
I would say on my part, I would say Sanji and Queen. That just makes the most sense to me. Although I have a terrifying suspicion Chopper is gonna fight Queen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Zoro's gonna fight Kyoshiro, but I actually think the pirates are gonna fight the pirates and the Wano people are gonna fight the Wano people. So I think Ashura Doji is actually gonna fight Kyoshiro. And I actually think Zoro's gonna fight King. I think Luffy. I think it's gonna be like your straight up old school. Zoro fights the first commander. Sanji fights the second. Third is whoever's there, or a team effort. You know what I mean?
Or a random outside party.
Yeah, or like Nekomamushi and Inarashi get revenge. You know, I think that would be fire.
That would be fire.
Yeah, and they just watch him in so long.
You want to read the next one?
You know, yeah.
It's about you. So, that's why I said that.
I know. Trust me, I know you. I know your tricks, nigga. Is this nigga Jay really from UK? He don't say in it like the rest of the niggas. Well, I moved here when I was 6, so my accent is gone. It's completely gone. But you know, I can throw some British lingo in there from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I think Robin's a fit bird. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
it's a fact. Vergo, what do you want to do in your later years of life? That was
That's it. Damn, dog, coming for the heart, bro.
That was deep. I'm over here like, that was deep. Ladies in my life, I really want to work for ESPN Radio. If I keep it a buck. That's my aspiration. I love radio. I love broadcasting, and it's one another reason why I love YouTube. I want to work for a radio station of any sort, be it ESPN Milwaukee, be it WTMJ. Those are things that I really want to do. I try to do. Yeah.
Bro, that's beautiful.
Fuck it. I'm gonna ask you too. What about you, JD? What's your later in life aspirations?
Virgo, 1 second. I just want you to know I support your dream. I think that's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, dude.
And I think the audience agrees. I think they'll agree. For me, what I want to do in my later years of life, I want to own real estate. I want to save up enough money to get into real estate, rental properties, commercial properties, all kinds of stuff like that, so I can kind of just work on my own time instead of just working in the engineering field. So it's all about saving money at this point and then doing what I love and YouTube.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Zodiac Summer said, when's the collab with the Grove? You should be asking the Grove when's the collab with the
I was
Caesars
about to
Lounge.
say you gonna have to ask them, bro. Like that's we the new kids
Nah,
on the block. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
Gotta
I
move
feel
out
like
here. We gonna have to guess
we'll all
too.
get together eventually.
Yeah. Maybe one of these days we'll have Bragos as a guest. You know. Maybe if that ever does happen.
It'll happen.
They said, will Marco show up in Wano? What do you think?
Sheesh. Yeah. I feel like it's inevitable. They wouldn't just randomly have him just go up there. That was a fake him saying no. It's going to happen.
It has to. Because I think Blackbeard's gonna show up. And if Blackbeard shows up, Marco's gonna be like, yo, Blackbeard, I've been chasing you,
Hold
dog.
on. Who?
Blackbeard.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
I think Blackbeard's gonna show up. I really think he is. Because why else would Oda and his editor hype up Wano to top Marineford unless we got some like...
Unless the people from Marineford were there?
You said what?
Unless the people from Marineford were there.
Yes, but I actually think it's more about the surprise element and the magnitude of people there. So I think having someone like
Blackbeard gonna make
Blackbeard
it
show
look
up,
cute. So it's gotta be a lot of shit.
exactly. So like imagine Blackbeard just pulling up in Wano. I'd break my computer. I'd be doing a live reaction and I'd probably break my laptop. And I'd be streaming again.
Yeah.
You know, you just hear, imagine, right? You just see the panel and you just see ha 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 ha. And I'm just like, yo, he's not here. Blackbeard's not here, is he? And I see him and I scream. I just scream at the top of my lungs.
It's a fact. Kako Jean said the drunk reverie win. One is called the ghetto reverie. Yes, there was drinking. The ghetto reverie number 2, I told you, would be the beginning of Act 3. Would y'all do a segment where you create your own One Piece arc? That sounds cool.
That would be dope.
Me and JD will talk about that. I don't have a problem with that.
You know what? Oh, you know what? We can have our own like filler OP arc, but they in modern times, right? And it's based in like 1970s Harlem, you know, when drugs just start getting into the community.
Hold on.
And then
I'm about to
right?
did something. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's just like Chopper is like, it's a Chopper arc, right? And he's like trying to stop all of the people from getting addicted to drugs. So it's just like there's a Caesar clown of Harlem distributing crack cocaine in African American neighborhoods, and Luffy's like, I can't believe all these kids are hooked on drugs.
I can't believe. Why you say it like that?
You know what I mean?
I can't believe.
Oh my God, yo, we got to do it. What would we call it though? Ooh,
we'll have some time. We
We'll have
don't reveal that next week.
we should do that.
I like that a lot, though. We're going to talk. You want to read the next couple?
Yeah. So we got Demi 3. Will the Marines have a big role? Will they have a big role in the war in Wano?
I feel like, yeah, because CP0's already been in this bitch.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not gonna go let two Yonko there go tamed.
Plus, Luffy's there too.
That too, and the kind who hates that motherfucker.
Exactly, and not to mention they just announced to the world that Luffy's a Yonko, so the Marines are gonna take that seriously. Yeah. So like we got 3 there. Okay, we gotta do something. We gotta kill one of them niggas. Mm-hmm. So 2 admirals are showing up. I'm certain 2 admirals will be there.
Because Green Bull, it won't be Green Bull and Fuji because they've been occupied.
Mm-hmm.
So are we gonna see Kizaru Akainu? Ooh,
that'd be raw nasty.
That'd be crazy.
That would be raw nasty.
Next one too.
Top 3 favorite anime of all time. Shit. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Hunter x Hunter, and I'm probably gonna say the Berserk movies. I consider that I would consider those 3 my top. Absolutely glorious. All 3 of them outstanding. I would say Full Metal Alchemist, Hunter x Hunter is like fighting for the number 1. It just depends on the mood I'm in because they're both incredible. So
that's dope.
What about you, bro?
Go One Piece.
Really?
Yeah, I love it like to a crazy extent. Hunter x Hunter. Surprise! And I gotta go Full Metal too.
I was about to say, if you don't say Brotherhood, bro, I might have to swing. I might have to
No,
swing on you.
man. I love Full Metal.
It's so good,
My
man.
nigga Greed.
What's up?
I said my nigga Greed.
Oh yeah, Greed is raw, bro. Literally like one of the greatest. He's like one of the greatest, like he's like one of the greatest antagonists, but not antagonists. Like I think we've seen in anime
Oh
history.
yeah, I mean, May, when the death of May Hughes, oh man, nigga broke down.
Oh my god, bro! Please
Yeah.
don't remind me of Mavis Hughes, bro. Come
I know,
on.
bro. One Eye Zoro said opinions on Usopp, amazing character.
I think he's a great character.
Be a little annoying sometimes, but he come through when he need to come through, and he's had some of the greatest moments in One Piece. Period.
I really think I think Oda put a lot of respect on his name after the time skip, giving him getting rid of that frail frame, giving him some muscle, giving him some observation hockey.
Only other Monster Trio member to have hockey.
Yep.
Non-member, I mean.
I don't know. I just think Usopp. I love his lore because he seems more of like a mythical character than an actual character, which I think is kind of nice. Because like Usopp's the type of guy where everything is said and done, it's in the past. He's gonna get the Buggy treatment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just like him and Buggy in the same status. They promote themselves as this mythical being, and people just are sucked into it. So that's why I think Usopp's a great character in my opinion.
He's wrong, man. Top 10 anime betrayals that happen to you in real life. That's a little too long.
I was about to say. I mean, I know a couple, but some of them are real personal. That gonna have to be on the. Yeah. I'd love to answer it, bro, but I can't answer that one, dog.
Will Kobe get a serious fight with Luffy EOS? Yes, he will. And he'll get baby shit like he do every fucking time. Next question.
Here we go.
JD and Vergo. How do y'all want to see Kaido be taken down? Shit. Bullet style?
I want it to be.
I'll keep it a buck.
I want it to be a team effort.
Exactly. You niggas better come at the niggas like Power Rangers with the niggas over.
Yeah, and then I want a Rayleigh flashback.
Stop.
I want a Rayleigh.
Stop.
He's
trolling.
I want another Rayleigh flashback.
He's trolling.
He's trolling. No, I'm not. I swear. If I get a Rayleigh flashback and then Luffy just masters hockey right there and hits him with a final King Kong gun, and it like knocks out Kaido.
You mean a King? Never mind.
Nah, King Kong gun with the advanced hockey. I think I'd be okay with that.
Now I said Kaido getting jumped. Zodiac Summoner said, if you can have 3 powers from 3 different world-class series, what would they be?
Oof. I love this question.
Holy shit. That's cool.
I love this question.
Wow. That's,
Do you know? Because I know like 3 already. So.
Talk to me.
Okay. So I want Blackbeard's fruit.
I was going to fucking say that.
I want Flash Step from Bleach.
Ooh.
And then I want oh my god. I want the Cero from the Espada.
From Bleach too? Grand Ray
Cero?
Yeah,
dog. Bleach had fire powers, dog. The Cero is fire.
Well, hey, if you're gonna go Flash Step, then I'm gonna go Sonito. I'm gonna go with it's tough, man.
That sounds. Oh, that's the Quincy Flash Step, right?
Yeah, no, that's for the Espada. Sonito.
Oh, okay.
I gotta have Darkness, man. I gotta go with Blackbeard's fruit too, man.
Of course, dog. It's drip.
It's hard not to.
It's drip.
And fuck.
Someone just took a pick. I wanted to.
I kind of want to go with Zombie Man from One Punch Man.
Zombie Man from One Punch Man. Oh, you know what? I haven't caught up, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I was about to say, that sounds man familiar.
Frozen Down, when y'all go make solo visits to the live stream? Shout out to JD for doing one. We have done one together, if you didn't know that.
We have.
Frozen Down. We actually, if you look at my channel, was it 2 weeks ago? We had a solo vid talking about the leadership of Luffy, and I believe it was chapter 951, correct?
Yes, we did.
Vergo, why do you not protect Vergo from the spoilers? What happened? I'm not his right hand. It's fruit. And I'm his nigga though. But
I'm his nigga though. That counts, right?
wait,
Why you say
Vergo got
that?
spoiled? I've seen clips, Trill. Damn, who spoiled Vergo? What the fuck? That's fucked up. Can I pirate like a pirate Vergo or watch it like a marine? Nah, pirate like a pirate, G.
What's your favorite moment in any anime? Ooh.
Nigga.
That is hard. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the moment in anime that I've played the most. And this might be a shock. Actually, no, it's not. My favorite moment ever, dog, is when Netero did the Zero Shiki. Yo! When
Zero
Netero did the
hand.
Zero Shiki, I said, yo, what is he
that's
doing?
unreal.
Yo, when he put his finger up, you know the way he put his finger up, dog, he had the little okay sign. I said, nigga, what is he doing?
Okay, this is not my favorite moment, but it's my top 5 moment. I think you'll appreciate this. When Shin negative diffed,
Gakue?
yes.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. When that happened,
that was back when I did Kingdom Live reactions, and I almost broke the laptop.
Oh my god. I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm so mad I wasn't doing YouTube at that time because I teleported out of my chair. I teleported. I
Teleported?
Yo, I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe it, bro. It's just like, yo, it's and the worst part is, it's like we saw the Aoki glaive, right?
Yeah.
So we were hype already just from seeing Aoki.
Of course, bro.
But and then you see him one shot this nigga.
And they were kind of alluding to it, but they were just like, Shin is so calm. What's he doing?
Dog, it was one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen in my life.
Gorgeous.
It was a privilege. It was a privilege.
It was crazy. But I gotta say, my number Kingdom is real good as Ambrosius. Please.
It's a privilege to read. It's a privilege.
As Ambrosius, I don't know if you're in my Discord. Come to my Discord and tell me about your journey, man, because I love listening to people's journey reading Kingdom.
He said, who said Brago got low dip? Yo, Truly Savage said Brago got low dip.
But that's really fucked up.
So disrespectful. You see how niggas do you, bro?
But I lost my train of thought. Oh, my top moment. You don't think I'm crazy, bro? But my most shocking moment in anime comes from One Piece, and it's Raizo is safe.
You know, you really love that.
I do.
You know what? I respect that just because
it's really right for your niggas, man.
It is.
I can just remember. I don't know if I told you already, man. I was drinking juice, drinking OJ. I was looking at it, and I was like, "Damn, bro! Like, where this nigga Raizo at?" And it's like, "Okay, we're sorry for lying to you, Kinemon. Raizo was safe." I was like, "Dog, they are so fucking real."
Like that's next level. Going through that's just next level.
Ragnar said the spoilers were the Sea King, Brago with Shanks. Don't know who the hoe he was saving was.
You hate to see it.
Phobia.
So he got spoiled with the movie or the chapter tomorrow?
I'm sorry?
So Brago got spoiled with the movie or the chapter coming out tomorrow?
He already seen the movie. He definitely got spoiled in the chapter.
Oh, that's sad, man.
That's fucked up. People suck.
They really do.
But yo, man, thank everybody for pulling up. I think it's time we shut it down. JD finna lose this fantasy draft.
I am.
Man, this was fun. I cannot wait till next week we do this again. This is going to be very consistent.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for coming through, man. It's been a blessing. I love it. Y'all are dope. We have 712 motherfucking subscribers. Trying to get 1,000 by the end of the year. We gonna do it.
Yeah.
She gonna shake it. No, it's playing. It's lit. And I fuck with y'all heavy. And what was I getting ready to say? Oh yeah, we out this bitch.
We out of here.
Henny Cool Brothers. And we go.
Deuces.